Being in fear is having faith in evil. So where is your faith? Be fearless, breaking through the subconscious paradigms to step into the higher, better version of yourself. Breaking through limited beliefs, pushing through the terror barrier. This is the key. Let's break down some real steps in understanding of this idea that blocks us. We will begin with neuroscience and brain health, introduction to neuroplasticity. Understanding how the brain can rewire itself is key to breaking through subconscious paradigms. Neuroplasticity allows you to reshape limiting beliefs and create new neural pathways that align with your higher self. Bob Proctor often speaks about the power of thought and repetition in changing paradigms, which is backed by neuroscience. Enhancing cognitive function, daily practices such as meditation, visualization, and affirmations can strengthen brain function. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that by consistently visualizing your desired future, you start activating the neural networks associated with that future, making it more real in your brain. Actionable tip: incorporate brain exercises and a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are known to support brain health. This foundation empowers you to think clearly and push through the terror barrier. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness as a tool for overcoming fear. Fear often stems from subconscious programming, but mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Neville Goddard teaches that the mind is the gatekeeper, and by being mindful, you can change the story you tell yourself. Guided meditation for breaking limiting beliefs. Engage in a guided meditation where you visualize breaking through a wall of fear, stepping into your new reality. Reverend Ike emphasizes the importance of seeing yourself in the desired state, fully immersed in abundance, love, and success. Practical exercise. Start your day with a 10-minute meditation focused on gratitude and visualizing the life you desire. This primes your mind to break through limitations. Emotional intelligence. Recognizing and managing fear. Fear is often a result of unmanaged emotions. By increasing emotional intelligence, you can recognize fear as it arises and choose a different response. Napoleon Hill writes about the importance of mastering your emotions to achieve success. Building resilience. Emotional intelligence also involves building resilience. This means not letting fear dictate your actions, but rather using it as a tool for growth. When you acknowledge fear and choose to act anyway, you become fearless. Practical tip: practice self-awareness by journaling your emotions daily. Track moments when fear arises and analyze what triggers it. Then consciously choose a response that aligns with your higher self. Positive psychology: reframing fear as an opportunity. Positive psychology encourages us to see fear as a stepping stone rather than a barrier. By shifting your perspective, you can transform fear into a motivator for growth. Neville Goddard's teachings on imagination are powerful here. Imagine yourself overcoming every challenge, building a fulfilled life. Happiness and fulfillment come from aligning your life with your true purpose. Fear often blocks this alignment, but by cultivating positive emotions and focusing on what brings joy, you can bypass fear. Practical tip: create a daily gratitude practice. List 3 things you're grateful for every day to shift your focus from fear to abundance. Philosophy and ethics. Exploring the concept of fear in philosophy. Philosophers have long debated the nature of fear and how it shapes human behavior. Stoic philosophy, for example, teaches that fear is often an illusion, a result of our perceptions rather than reality. Applying philosophy to everyday life. Revised. Ike's teachings align with this by emphasizing that fear is faith in the wrong direction. By adopting a philosophy of empowerment and self-belief, you can transcend fear. Practical exercise: reflect on the question, what would I do if I weren't afraid? Use this reflection to guide your actions and decisions. Personal finance and investment: overcoming financial fear. Fear of scarcity can paralyze financial growth. Napoleon Hill and Bob Proctor both emphasize that wealth begins in the mind. By changing your mindset about money, you can overcome financial fear and attract abundance. Investment in self-development: Investing in yourself, whether through education, coaching, or personal growth, can help you break through financial limitations. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you see yourself as worthy of wealth, you naturally attract it. Practical tip: set clear financial goals and visualize achieving them. Use affirmations such as, "I am worthy of wealth," to reprogram your subconscious mind. Health and wellness, the connection between physical health and overcoming fear. Physical health directly impacts your mental state. Regular exercise and a balanced diet help reduce stress and anxiety, making it easier to face and overcome fear. Holistic practices for fear management. Incorporate holistic practices such as yoga, breathwork, and energy healing to balance your body and mind. These practices align with the teachings of Joe Dispenza, who emphasizes the mind-body connection. Practical tip: create a daily wellness routine that includes physical activity, balanced nutrition, and self-care practices to strengthen your resilience against fear. Self-improvement and productivity. Breaking through the terror barrier. Neville Goddard and Bob Proctor both discuss the terror barrier, the point at which fear feels overwhelming, but breakthrough is just on the other side. Recognizing this barrier and pushing through it is essential for personal growth. Tools for productivity and goal achievement. Success requires both mindset and action. Develop strategies for time management, goal setting, and staying focused on your vision. Napoleon Hill's definiteness of purpose is key here. Know what you want and take consistent steps toward it. Practical exercise. Identify one area in your life where fear has held you back. Set a small, achievable goal in that area and take immediate action to break through the terror barrier. You've made it this far, now let's crack a code that may take you through the veil. I recommend listen to this a few times to grasp it and make it sink in. Our minds operate through two key components: the conscious mind, which is responsible for our thinking, and the subconscious mind, which controls our emotions. The conscious mind has the ability to accept, reject, and create ideas, while the subconscious mind takes in everything it receives without distinguishing between reality and imagination. This subconscious mind also dictates your body's vibration, influencing your emotional state. Your paradigm, a collection of deeply ingrained habits, resides here, ultimately shaping the results you experience in life. Imagine having spent 20 years with a specific thought pattern, which we can call X thinking, like identifying as a lawyer. These X thoughts are in harmony with the beliefs stored in your subconscious, such as growing your legal practice. Now introduce a new thought or a Y idea, like the desire to work with Bob Proctor. As long as this Y idea stays in your conscious mind, it doesn't impact your emotions. However, the moment you start acting on this idea, becoming emotionally involved with it, your subconscious mind experiences a clash between the old X thoughts and the new Y thoughts, like oil and water that don't mix. This is when your central nervous system, one of the most powerful systems in your body, starts reacting. You feel anxious, questioning your choices. What have I done? How will I manage this? The discomfort stems from your paradigm, which resists the unfamiliar and clings to the known. In this case, your identity as a lawyer. This reaction is universal. When a new idea enters the subconscious mind, we instinctively try to figure out how to make it work. However, this often limits us to what we currently know, stunting our growth. Next time you have a big idea, instead of getting stuck on the how, follow these 3 steps. Acknowledge that you've introduced a new idea that doesn't yet align with your old self. Persist with the new idea, reinforcing it in your subconscious mind through gratitude and faith, rather than letting the old paradigm win. Push forward into the unfamiliar territory that excites you, even if it feels uncomfortable. Fear and growth are deeply connected. To better grasp this process, consider the 4 psychological stages you undergo when confronting the terror barrier. Bondage. In this stage, you are stuck with X-type results, outcomes you don't desire. These results stem from the X-type conditioning embedded in your subconscious mind. Even though you have the ability to create new ideas, you keep generating X-type thoughts that maintain the status quo. Reason. At this point, you consciously generate a new Y idea for a better life. but you continue getting X-type results because you haven't acted on or internalized this idea. You may think about what you want, even visualize it, but your life remains unchanged because the idea hasn't penetrated your subconscious. Conflict. Once you start acting on and becoming emotionally involved with the why idea, your body's electrical system goes into overdrive. The clash between the new why idea and the old X conditioning creates worry, fear, and anxiety. This internal struggle makes you feel torn between moving forward, staying put, or retreating to what feels familiar. Freedom. By understanding the process, you can break through the terror barrier and step into growth and freedom. While doubt, fear, and anxiety may still linger, your knowledge and persistence help them dissipate. As you continue engaging with the new why idea and taking action despite your fears, your conditioning gradually changes and you begin living in a new reality. You have two choices. When stepping outside your comfort zone, the doubt and fear can entice you to retreat to what seems like safety. Unfortunately, this so-called safe space is the most dangerous as it stifles growth. Without growth, you risk disintegration. Remember, nothing stays the same. You're either progressing towards something greater or regressing. Understanding the terror barrier doesn't mean it will disappear. Even Bob Proctor, after decades of study, still encounters it when setting new goals. The difference is that he knows what's happening and chooses to push through it. Anyone who has achieved anything significant has faced and conquered the terror barrier. Study the stages outlined above, comprehend what's occurring at each step, and commit to breaking through the terror barrier when it appears. The rewards of overcoming fear, shifting your paradigm, and moving forward will be extraordinary. By understanding and applying these principles, you can overcome fear and step into the higher version of yourself. Whether through the lens of neuroscience, mindfulness, or personal finance, the journey to breaking through limiting beliefs is multifaceted. Remember, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. Embrace this truth and let it guide you to a fearless and abundant life.